Every school has that one kid who never speaks, doesn't raise their hand, doesn't look confused, doesn't even look tired, just there. In every class, every year, always sitting at the edge of group photos. No one remembers when they enrolled. No one remembers where they sit during assemblies. But they're always there, watching, like they're waiting for something. I always figured he transferred in late or something. I thought maybe I missed a day. But then I realized I'd never actually seen him speak to a teacher, or anyone. Just there, always there. And last month, they started talking. Not to anyone, not even in response to anything, just out loud. At first, I thought he was singing, you know, like that low mumble kids do when they're half asleep. But it wasn't music. It didn't sound like anything, just sounds, like whispers that didn't have mouths. It happened first during morning announcements. The intercom crackled, then stopped, right after he whispered something, barely audible, and 6 students looked up at the ceiling at the exact same time. None of them knew why. One of them said their ears felt like they were full of static. Another said the ceiling tiles looked like they were shifting, just for a second. I remember staring at them, waiting for them to blink, but they didn't. Later that day in gym class, he walked into the middle of the basketball court, stood still for 12 seconds, and spoke again. The air felt heavy, like something electric, but colder. Everyone got quiet without realizing why, and he just stood there, not blinking, not breathing, I think. No one remembers the words. Only that one student began laughing, uncontrollably, until they passed out. After that, he didn't speak for days. He didn't have to. People started repeating the same phrases he'd said, without remembering doing it. Even teachers. One kid said the line during a fire drill, out loud, just said it to the sky and didn't even blink, then kept walking, like nothing happened. Then, the changes began. Students began writing symbols they couldn't translate. Drawings appeared on desks no one claimed. The quiet kid didn't bring notebooks, but pages kept falling out of his backpack. Pages that smelled like burnt plastic and wet paper. Pages that moved slightly when no one was touching them. One page folded itself when someone said a specific word. Open. It just creased itself right in front of me. The art teacher found one, tried to pin it to the bulletin board. 2 hours later, she turned in her resignation. No explanation. The hallway cameras showed her standing perfectly still, just staring at the board. 4:41 minutes. Eyes wide open, not blinking. You can still see the pinhole in the corkboard. No one's touched it since. The new teacher had it taped over with duct tape. 3 layers. They replaced her. The new teacher has one rule. No sketching anything from memory. No copying anything you see when you blink. She said it fast, like she'd rehearsed it. First day of class. No syllabus, no welcome, just that rule. No one laughed. We all wrote it down. Last week, an entire row of students recited a paragraph. None of them claimed to have read it. Same tone, same words, same moment. It wasn't from any book. It wasn't in the syllabus. And once they finished, they went silent at the exact same time. You could hear the hum from the ceiling lights afterward. That's how quiet it got. Nobody moved for like a minute. Someone was crying, but no one said who. No one's allowed to speak to him directly. They just let him walk the halls. always somewhere in between classes, always watching, like the lesson hasn't started yet. You know how sometimes you catch someone in your peripheral vision and they're already looking at you? That's what it's like. But with him, it feels like he's looking through you, like there's something behind you he's watching. Students who sit near him have started waking up with headaches. One girl kept dreaming of a room with no doors, every wall covered in dates, and all the dates were from tests they hadn't taken yet. She brought one of the dates to the counselor, asked if it was real. It was a math test, 2 weeks from now. She wrote it down before it was even scheduled. 2 students disappeared last Thursday. Their lockers are still warm to the touch. Their names were erased from attendance by morning, but the quiet kid's locker? Still shut, still padlocked. No one has the combination, and yet, something inside it has started humming. They say the hum isn't mechanical. It shifts pitch when someone walks past, like it's responding, like it's listening. The janitor refused to mop near it. He said the water wouldn't move right. He tried. I saw it. The mop just dragged weird, like the floor was slanted, but it wasn't. He quit the next day. Said he had nightmares of being underwater. The school says everything's normal. They've started handing out wellness forms, asking students if they've heard the message yet. They don't even call it an incident. They just keep calling it the broadcast, like it's some morning news segment we all tuned into by accident. If you're watching this at home and thinking of someone in your school who never talks, don't look for them tomorrow, because the longer you look, the more likely you'll hear it too. Not a voice, not even words, just a feeling, like something else has started using your thoughts. And all you can do is try not to speak. That's what scares me. It's not about him anymore. It's about what's listening through him. And I think whatever it is, it's not done yet.